For two disabled women, a mother and a daughter, need help maneuvering around through their home, but the problem is they don't know where to go for help.
Well, so they called WATE 6 on Your Side consumer investigator Don Dare to come out and take a look at their situation. Don?
Well, the home is not wheelchair accessible. It's not right now. Many homes do not meet the needs of those who are disabled. When the Earleys moved into their mobile home nearly 30 years ago, it was easier for Debbie Earley to get around because she was not in a wheelchair then, and her mother was always there to help. But their roles are now reversed. Both mother and daughter need assistance. It's a struggle for Debbie Earley to get through her bedroom door. Watch as her wheelchair gets hung up on the narrow door frame. Once she's through, Debbie has to deal with the thick carpeting in her mother's mobile home. Debbie has cerebral palsy, a neurological disorder that affects parts of her brain and muscle movements. Effie Earley has taken care of her 47-year-old daughter all her life. But last year, Mrs. Earley, a widow, had a stroke. With no movement in her left arm and unable to walk, she's unable to take care of Debbie.
Yeah, she's always been there to do it for me.
Until recently.
Yeah.
And now the roles are reversed.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was telling her. I said, you took care of me all them years, now it's my turn to take care of you.
But as Debbie showed us, maneuvering through their mobile home is tough.
It's awful. I can't get around the house.
You can't get around at all.
No.
And so Debbie has to help you
Yeah.
as much as she can.
Yeah.
When the Earleys first moved into their home 27 years ago, a wheelchair ramp was installed to make it accessible for Debbie. What she needs today to make it easier for herself and her mother is linoleum laid throughout the house, as you see in the kitchen floor.
It would help because it's easier to do the wheelchair on it, and it just flows, and I can go faster on this than I can the carpet.
Debbie says she needs several doors widened to make them wheelchair accessible. She often nicks her hand on the sharp door edges.
Right here and right here. It depends on how I hit it when I hit it.
And your hands really reflect that, don't they?
Yeah.
Look at that cut there.
Yeah.
She also has bruises on her arms from hitting the door. What changes in the house would make a difference?
The carpet, if I took it out, and a walk-in shower.
Effie says being in a wheelchair, it's hard getting in the bathtub to shower.
I cry a lot at night because I just don't know which way to turn, you know.
And you don't know where to get help.
Yeah. Yeah, I've tried everything.
Financial assistance from the state might be available for Debbie and her mother.
The average grant for a person in a year in the Family Support Program is closer to about $1,400.
Kara Kumari is with the Department of Intellectual and Developmental Disabilities. We talked on Skype from Nashville. She says the department's Family Support Program is for people with severe disabilities so they can remain in their homes. Limited grants are available for such things as home modifications.
I've seen things from modifying a shower. A very popular modification that the money is used for is for wheelchair ramps. It's designed to be a flexible program, so designed to really look at what the person needs to be able to stay in their home with their family.
The Lord brought her home. I've been praying about it.
Debbie says faith brought her mother back after nearly dying last year. She believes this next hurdle can be crossed as well. You think that some modifications would make a big difference?
Yes, it would. It would on me, and it would on her too.
Now, in addition to home modifications, the Family Support Services Program provided by the Department of Intellectual and Developmental Disabilities, DIDD, offers assistance for respite care, personal assistance services, child care, homemaker services, and other help. Effie and Debbie said they were not aware of the Family Support Program and said they now plan to get in touch with the state. And Lori and Ryan, we were told there are local agencies that work with DIDD in this situation. To find additional information about it, the quickest way is to contact the state first.
Okay. Well, I'm anxious to see what happens.
Yeah, we are too.
All right.
Hope it
Thank
works
you,
out.
Don.
Thank you,
yes. Well, two disabled women have received the help they need. We're so happy to say this, to maneuver around their home. You may remember their story in May, how we told you they didn't know where to get help.
Now, tonight, WATE 6 on Your Side consumer reporter Don Dare returning to Anderson County to see all the wonderful changes. Don?
Excited.
Several months ago, Debbie and Effie Earley couldn't get around their home very easily. They can now. Debbie Early and her mother are both in wheelchairs and couldn't easily move around their home. When we first met them, the Earlys said, Effie said, her role of taking care of her disabled daughter Debbie, who is in a wheelchair, had changed and she was no longer able to assist Debbie. Last year, Effie had a stroke and is now in a wheelchair herself. Their home presented all sorts of obstacles, but several people who watched our story intervened to assist the Earlys. With a smooth new floor now under the tires of her wheelchair, Debbie Early is able to push herself with ease throughout her home. The hallway to her bedroom has a new laminate floor. New flooring has been laid in the kitchen and a second bedroom. There is also a new walk-in shower in their home.
I kept thanking God for, letting people help us.
Thanking God.
Yeah. I talk to God all the time.
When we first met Debbie in May, she struggled to get through a bedroom doorway. Thick carpeting made it difficult to wheel herself around. Debbie has cerebral palsy, a neurological disorder that affects part of her brain and muscle movements. Her mother, Effie, had always taken care of Debbie, but last year, Mrs. Early, a widow, had a stroke. She's now in a wheelchair, can't move her left arm, and can't take care of her daughter like she used to. The Earlys didn't want to move from their mobile home in Anderson County. As Effie told us in May, her place needed some modifications. What changes in the house would make a difference?
The carpet, if I took it out, and a walk-in shower.
Neither Effie nor Debbie could lift themselves into their bathtub without help.
The average grant.
Kara Kumari spoke to us from Nashville 3 months ago. She's with the Department of Intellectual and Developmental Disabilities. She directed us to the department's Family Support Program. From it, money is available for people with severe disabilities so they can remain in their homes. It took some time, but last week, workmen from Bath Fitters in Knoxville removed the old bathtub and prepared space for a walk-in shower. Funding from the Family Support Program made the project possible.
Emory Valley Center has helped me before, but I didn't know that they helped do stuff like this. So they called and said that they was going to put in the shower for us.
The flooring was a different story. 3 companies called 6 on Your Side saying they wanted to help, that they would supply the material and labor at no cost for the Earlys. Broadway Carpets in Knoxville coordinated the effort. Bo Perkins is the sales manager at Broadway Carpets.
Touching story, want to help, being able and try to be a blessing to someone.
Former UT football player Daniel Hood operates Hood's Home Services. He brought his entire team of workers, including his accountant and sales manager, to lay the floor.
As a company owner, you got to realize there's some things that are bigger than you, bigger than any one person.
Debbie was pleased as she watched the new flooring going down.
For once, it's nice to give back and say, how can we help someone else?
A third business operated by Brian Larison assisted Daniel Hood with installing the new floor. After 2 days of work, the entire home received a new smooth floor. No more carpet.
It don't take me no time to get around in the house or nothing else.
Debbie also wanted to show us how she can get into the walk-in shower by herself.
Then I grab a hold of this.
Debbie says this is the first time in years she's been able to do this by herself. It looks precarious, but check out the smile. Wow.
Yeah.
For those who help make the home more accessible, who wanted to help those who couldn't help themselves, there's a simple, heartfelt message from Effie.
Thank you, and God bless you.
And that family support program we mentioned, funded by state and federal dollars, is designed to help school-aged children with severe disabilities and adults with severe disabilities who live with their families. There are many different services available under the program, including home modifications, for which Debbie was eligible. After that first story in May, Debbie said she was contacted by the state and told about the program, and she applied for the grant and got it. And Lori and Ryan, so many people wanted to help the Earlys, and they are so grateful. It was really interesting watching them last week as all the stuff was.
Oh, you can see it in their smile. Absolutely.
Really could. Don, thank you so much. And I believe in supporting companies like that that help others.
Exactly.
Yeah. Thank you so much.